What's up, fellas, and welcome to the very second episode of Indie Minute, the show where I get to just indulge in my strange obsession with indie games. Speaking of which, we've started a Discord community called Indie Obsession. Go check that out if you're interested. Shout out to Zach for being the first guy to join and stick around and actually talk. There's a couple people who came in and left and never said a word. You suck and don't count. Zach, you will be remembered in Fruit Basket history for the rest of time. Anyways, today I'm going to be reviewing Moonlighter, which is a game that I came across, had in my wish list forever, finally just spent the money, bought it while it was on sale, because I'm cheap like that. And I just really felt compelled to give a review. So we're gonna have a review, but first, I wanted to talk about this. This is Gris. Okay, this was just in my YouTube recommended. I don't even know what the gameplay is, but the art style is just beautiful. Okay, I saw the art style and I immediately knew money spent. That's just money spent. I'm going to buy this. It actually reminds me a lot of one of my favorite movies called The Secret of Kells, where the art style is just lovely. It's very different, but just something about the atmosphere. Anybody who knows me knows I am a total sucker for just pretty games. Or pretty girls, but that hasn't worked out yet. But games always work out. There are so many good games that just look good, and this is one of them. It just looks good, okay? I like games that make you feel something, and this looks like it will. Anyways, I don't really know what I'm saying. I just was really excited when I saw this and wanted to say something. So, let me know what you thought. If there's any interest at all, there's interest coming from me. I'll do a review on it when it comes out, or if they send me a press copy right when it comes out, right before it comes out. I don't know, but that's not likely to happen. But let me know what you think. I'm really excited. Moving on to Moonlighter. Okay, so Moonlighter, as I said before, Moonlighter is a game that I don't even know how I came across it, somewhere on Steam, and then I just added it to my wish list and moved on. I don't buy every game I see because money. But I had it in my wish list. I think it was on sale. It may not have been. I really don't remember. But I finally did get around. I bought it. And let me just say, I was very impressed. I didn't really have any expectations going into it. It looked good. It was another game that, looks good. It just looked pretty. I like the art style a lot. But I saw kind of these glimpses of like a shop simulator, and then there'd be like dungeon crawler, and I was like, ooh, I like that. And then I like this, and so I bought it. Right now I'm just over 10 hours in, which is, not that much, but I don't really have that much time to play, so that's actually pretty good for me. I don't put that much time into games unless I'm playing with friends, and this I played completely alone, 10 hours, and the fact that I'm going to keep playing this. I return to this game frequently ever since I got it. So let me give you the lay of the land for this game, okay? So you are a boy. You are a boy in a town who runs a shop. You run this shop as your parents and those before you went into these dungeons that are around the town and died. But you don't really know what happened. They went too deep. They were too interested in kind of the lore of the dungeons. We don't know where the dungeons came from. There's monsters in the dungeons. They're just outside of town. But in order to get things to sell in your shop, you get items from these dungeons. While you're exploring to get things for the shop, you discover some of the secrets of those who went before you and died there. The game quite literally is a shop simulator that moonlights as a dungeon crawler. Oh, that's what the name, the Moonlight. Oh, you run the shop by day and sell your goods, and at night your shop closes and you go spend your day in the dungeons and collect the goods to sell the next day. So it's a very interesting kind of exchange. And I usually don't like shop simulators very much at all. They get boring really quick, but to me this works so well because it's a really good shop simulator. For one, it's well made, well thought out, has more interesting dynamics to it than some of what I've seen before. I pretty much only ever played mobile, which I know it doesn't really count. But balancing that with this whole other top-down dungeon crawler level exploration, randomly generated feel, it mixes it up really well, and it doesn't get old to me. Especially because the dungeons, they are randomly generated. There are different monsters, you get different items, and then those items then impact the other version of the game, being the shop simulator. That's not the right way to put it, but whatever. But you go up through these levels in the procedurally generated dungeons, and when you get to a certain level, you unlock an entirely new dungeon with a different theme, different monsters. It's very interesting. I think there's 4, but they're pretty tough, at least for me, and I'm admittedly pretty bad at games. And the shop simulator has this balancing act that you kind of have to do where you get to set your own price, and if you set it really high, people won't buy it. But if you set it really low, you're losing money. So you've got to find this balance, and then sometimes certain items will, I guess just through a randomized system, will be in higher demand. And so you can crank the price up a little bit, and the characters kind of do this thing, they're like, but they still buy it. And so you've got to watch kind of how they interact, and then there's thieves that you got to watch out for, and you literally tackle them to the ground once they steal something. It's very interesting. It's very dynamic. Lots of weapons, lots of upgrades, lots of enchantments to weapons that you've upgraded, and I love me some upgrades. Let me know if you've played this game and what you think. I would love to hear it. You know, if you have some pointers, maybe I'll quickly address those in the next Indie Minute. If not, well, that's awkward. No, if you haven't played it, I really would suggest it. It's very fun if you're into really indie games at all, I feel, but also if you're into kind of shop simulator games, this may be a great way to mix it up for you. If you're really into dungeon crawlers, this may be a great way to get your brain engaged a little more, which is really kind of what it is for me. But that's really all I had to say. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I really enjoyed this. I really enjoyed these games. I really enjoyed you. But you know the drill. If you like this video, then please like it. It helps us out. If you loved it, then subscribe. That helps out even more. And if you love me, then do both of those things and hit the bell. But really, actually, more importantly, I feel, if you really do like what we do here and what I did in this video, then I would really appreciate if you would share this video with somebody. You know, text it to them, drop it in a subreddit, drop it in a bucket, throw it into a Discord. You know, that really does a lot more for us. And speaking of Discord, don't forget, if you have any interest in indie games or really gaming at all, but you know, it's kind of niche, you know, at least check out our Indie Obsession Discord. I'll put a invite link in the description if you're interested. But hey, never forget, keep being the way that you are, unless you suck.